Hi, I'm Alice McConnell. I'm very happy to be here today. I'm here because both my children have a rare inborn error of metabolism, SSADHD, that could have been diagnosed at birth through newborn screening but wasn't. Newborn screening began in the US in the 1960s. It's really important to note that the criteria used for newborn screening was never intended for use in children, and it hasn't been updated since the 1960s. Over 98% of babies born in America are screened. That's higher rates than kids that'll be vaccinated, attend public schools, or one day pay taxes. It's one of the most far-reaching programs in America. We saw these numbers earlier. 10% of Americans suffer from a rare disorder. 50% of those happen with children, and unfortunately, 30% of those won't live to see their 5th birthday. This turns into some staggering numbers. Since the creation of the Advisory Committee on Newborn Screening, over 250,000 children have died, and over 4 million have gone into the diagnostic odyssey. The question to ask is no longer, can the current newborn screening system handle expansion? It's now to ask, can we handle not expanding it? We have a very innovative solution. We're looking to multiplex 30 disorders ready to go onto newborn screening. All of these disorders either have a therapy available or they have one in clinical trials. Except for 2 of the lysosomal storage disorders, none of these are universally screened for. This panel represents over 10,000 people. We have 3 ways to get to market. We can apply to the recommended uniform screening panel. This is a huge ask though. SSADHD has less than 80 patients diagnosed in the US. It's gonna cost us over $8.5 million in 20 years just to get the application completed. We can go state by state, but this will cost us even more and take more time. Or we can go the private pay route. This will disenfranchise most families in America. Over 42% of babies born in America are born onto Medicaid. That means a mother having her first child can't make more than $29,000 a year. It is impossible and infeasible for them to pay for private screening. The number one thing we can do, expanding newborn screening, is the single most impactful action to improve outcome for people with rare disorders. I'd like to thank our team, the SSADH Association, Spirigen, the company that I founded, and Baylor College of Medicine. We're very lucky to have Sarah Elsey here, our program's PI, here, and she's happy to talk with you in more detail about the panel afterwards. This was a 30-minute presentation. If you'd like to see the full presentation, you can click that QR code.
You mentioned these 3 different paths. How are you guys actually going to move forward to get this big panel or this big addition to newborn screening? What is the plan?
We need to be disruptive. And so it's a one-off system where you add conditions on to newborn. I made slides for my questions, and so just in case I had backup slides for my questions. It's a one-off process. So one disorder applies at a time, and you can see what just happened to MLD. They had everything ready for their application. It got in, and then it got kicked back. Or here in Texas, we don't screen for Pompe or MPS 1. And so even though we have a recommended uniform screening panel, the nation does not. Everybody doesn't go ahead and add those on. And so we need a federally mandated panel, and we need to bring conditions on in blocks. As soon as we know that we can identify their biomarkers, they should go on the panels.
Great, thank you.